Hi Libra, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So, firstly, I'd like to say apologies for uploading a little bit late. We're still in the early stage of April, so these energies should still be taking effect, obviously, at whatever point in life you're at. Also, just to let you know, I run a website, and this week I've not been very well with the website and I'm better now, a lot better. It's really difficult when you are trying to run a business. I run Carol's Universe full time now. But also when you have so many people that come to you for readings, as I do, on a weekly and a monthly basis, if you ever get sick, you can't just stop. You've got to just trudge on because people are expecting their readings in a timely turnabout. So when I get messages saying, hurry up with this and hurry up with that, I don't mind. But you've just got to understand that sometimes, I'm a pretty reliable individual, okay? If I get a reading in, I've got a lot of readings backed up at the moment, almost 20. A lot, which I'm getting through, okay? Some of the readings I get are majors because they're big email readings, and some are smaller, they're video readings, 2 questions, that type of thing. But I've got to, if I'm ill, I'm ill. So, bear with me, okay? Just bear with me because your reading will be there. YouTube is very important to me. It's the thing that started the website. I've had a lot of success in a short amount of time with the website and also with the YouTube. Over 12,000 subscribers within an 18-month span. So I'm very blessed by the universe. I love every single one of my subscribers. Whether you leave a good comment or not so good comments, up to you. But, I'm very, very blessed as a reader. And my passion is the tarot, Libra. But please be understanding, okay? So I'm moving out of where I am at the moment into a new place. I live with my family at the minute. They've helped me through a whole load of shit over the last, I've been here nearly 2 years with them, and they've really helped me with a lot of shit that I've been through. And I'm going to be moving into my own place at the end of April, where I'm going to have a far more better setup, bigger table to work from, just my own space, my own environment where I can get things really working the way that I want to get them to work. So when I do that, it's going to be a case of I'm going to try and get the May readings done in April early if I can, because I'm busy with lots and lots of readings that come in, and I have a lot that come in. So bear with me, guys. The general readings are as important to me as the personal ones, but where I am ill and I've also got personal clients, those personal clients have to come first. I'm sorry. They've got to, because they've paid for their reading and I have to deliver it to them, and I have to make sure it's delivered in a timely manner. And when I'm struggling against illness and getting stuff out, it was a really, really tough week for me this week. Really tough, because I just felt so sick. But I'm a lot better now, okay? And I do apologise for being late, but just please bear with me for your reading because it will come. So Libra, what have we got for you in the month of April? Universe, Spirit, show me Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Show me Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. What's coming in for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs? I need to see the general energy in the first 2 top cards. The bottom card should show me the advice that you've got for Libras, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. And please show me also the 8 cards in the centre of the reading that will indicate the influences, people, situations that are coming in for the zodiac sign of Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. What's coming in for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in April 2016? Show me. Sun, Moon and Rising signs for Libra. Show me the general energies in the 2 top cards. The advice card from the bottom of the deck and the 8 cards in the middle to show me the events, people, influences, situations that might be coming in. Show me. Libra, I've meditated on the cards, and I'm going to now deal them out. So we're going to separate the card into 3, collect them back up, and we're going to put down the 2 top cards, one from the bottom to serve as your advice or overall theme, and the 8 in the middle to show people, events, situation, influences coming in, or indeed passing through maybe. Let's have a look what's going on. All Right. Okay. So from the general energy so far, I can see potentially there's a situation maybe with something new that comes in for you Librans. We've got the Ace of Pentacles showing up here, along with the Seven of Pentacles. And your advice card is the Hermit. So I feel that, you know, the Hermit is a major arcana card. It's number 9. It's where one is seeking clarity. So they're going inward. Okay, they're trying to find basically the Hermit is where you're trying to make a decision sometimes on something, or you know, as a person this can represent, usually he'd represent the zodiac sign of Virgo. As an energy, as a person, it can represent somebody like a lawyer, okay, somebody who's doing some research. So I feel that you're trying to find something out. The Ace of Pentacles is usually the card where there are new financial opportunities that are offered to us. It can be a new job. It can be, if you're self-employed, a new project on the go. It's usually money in the hand, so it's money that you receive, okay? It's an opportunity, it's a blessing, it's a gift. Seven of Pentacles is the card of self-evaluation, or looking at a reward, or looking at what you've built up. So it's a card, for example, you might have spent a lot of time investing in a particular project. So it could be where you've been working. This is the card of hard work. Is where you're working hard towards something and you're hoping to get your rewards in for it, okay? So maybe for some of you guys, you're waiting on something to happen in terms of your finances, or it could be a new job that's coming in and you're trying to make a decision. Do I stay with what I have at the moment, which is the Six of Pentacles on the bush, or do I try something else, which is the One Pentacle on the ground? Do I put my last bit of energy into what I'm doing here? So do I stay with what I've got, or do I move on to something new? And that Ace of Pentacles, we've got two aces really of Pentacles, because the Ace of Pentacles is showing as the main card at the top, but there's also an Ace of Pentacles showing at the bottom. So this person is trying to establish whether they go with something new, or with the Six of Pentacles, perhaps if they need to make any adjustments to what they already have. All right, so usually when I think of it in that way, it could be for some of you guys, just as a general energy, that you are in a job at the moment potentially, but you know that it needs some form of adjustment, or there needs to be some changes in that job, because when we make adjustments in life, we're looking to make changes. So potentially for some of you guys, it could be that you're in something at the minute, you know that something needs tweaking with it, you know that, especially if it's a job for somebody that you work for, a company, whatever, you know that there's something within you that, whilst it's okay, it needs adjusting, or there's some changes that need to be made. So do we invest what we know? And the Ace of Pentacles can also be a realization about something, a new realistic approach. So maybe you're realizing something about where you are at the moment, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, this realization, what do I do with it? Now, if I'm thinking something new about a particular situation that I'm already in, do I then take my time, invest what I already know and make things better, or do I take this new realization and walk off into another direction? Which is why I feel with the advice card with the Hermit, you will seek clarity. And that's what I'm saying about those cards there. Let's have a look at the energies, because everything can change pertaining to what's going on with the cards. Yeah. It's interesting. It's a very interesting reading. Sometimes when you get cards that come out together, they can mean so much difference, but then sometimes the clarification between those two cards, you can look for the meanings in them and what kind of binds them together. We're seeing the Fool. I'm just drawn to show you the Fool first. I do feel that some of you guys are looking to take on a new venture. I do. Because the Fool faces this King of Pentacles. They're not together as a set, but I'm looking at the way the cards are facing. Now, King of Pentacles is often a card of success. So what this king does, and the kings always associate themselves with very strong sort of male energy, which is, they're often, I feel, representative of being quite, not that females can't be intellectual, But men are more than likely, in my experience, tend to think with their minds rather than their hearts. So women tend to, a lot of the time, affiliate themselves, or if you get into a relationship with someone, a lot of the time it's the woman that can fall first, because she's more just her physiology, the way that she is, her emotions, it's all geared towards water, isn't it? So we tend to identify with our emotions first, whereas men, in my experience, have tended to associate with their thoughts and their lusts, so their passions, their drive. And it's all, for me, with the kings, it's all about what drives the king. So the King of Pentacles is often driven by ambition, by success. The King of Wands is driven by his passions and his motivations and his ambitions in that area. And the King of Cups is driven by his emotions, because he's water, but he's also very good at sitting on them. So it's a you know, he's driven by emotions, but he's driven in the way of, okay, how do I kind of push a certain situation in a direction? Do I sit on it, or do I express it? And usually with the King of Cups, he'll sit on it because he likes to be in control. King of Swords is very intellectual, thought-based, because he's swords, he's air, he's communication, he's ideas. So the kings, to me, are more sort of the driving force within the tarot. And they drive things forward in terms of looking to gain some form of an outcome on the situation. Whereas, if it makes any sense to you, the queens are more kind of, because they're associated with the water element, because they're female, and females are more kind of, I feel, not that men can't be, but they're more kind of driven by their feelings and their intuition and that type of thing. So the King of Pentacles, I feel the Fool facing this King of Pentacles is looking for success, and it's potentially looking to take a risk. And this is why we have the Ace of Pentacles and that Seven of Pentacles showing up as your general energy, because I sensed a decision that you need to make. And I feel that for some of you guys, let me just turn my heater off behind me. For some of you guys, it's because you're I said with that 6, 7 of Pentacles that adjustments need to be made potentially where you are right now. Could be a relationship, could be a job, could be anything like that. So anything within my readings that pertains to your personal situation, that's it. The Tower shows up next to that Fool card. Now, for some of you guys, it might be the beginning of the end, because I'm just looking at the general keywords for some of these cards. And the Fool says, what are the keywords that we can think of for the Fool? Well, risk, leap of faith, fool, mistake, unknown, jumping into the unknown, abandonment, journey, bliss, happiness, foolhardy, risk taker. All of those words I can associate. Baby, new, beginnings. All of those words I can associate with the Fool. Now the Tower, what words do I associate with the Tower? Escape, destruction, realization, communication, eruption. I notice how the Fool steps out of the Tower. So sometimes when you're a tarot reader, you have to look at the interactions between the cards. What cards are facing what? What cards are turning away from what cards? And the Fool turns away from the Tower, but it faces the King of Pentacles. So to me, for some of you guys in the month of April, Libra, you're looking to take a chance, potentially. And this is why, when something is offered to you, you're thinking, do I stay with these 6 Pentacles, something that I've built up, but something that needs some adjusting, or something there's some changes maybe in the air that I'm looking at here. And I'm wondering if I've got the energy to be a part of this change, or to have to kind of readjust something, or, you know, am I just looking to stay with something that I've known for very long? So the Fool, we can look at it in many ways with the Fool and the Tower. The Fool could be, I'm looking to take a new risk on something, because with the Tower, I realise that maybe what I have at the moment isn't as stable as I thought it was, because that's the Tower. The Tower shows up when it needs to alert you to something, where there's an eruption. Okay, so I'm thinking of doing potentially monthly readings for personal customers on the website. So as a tarot reader, sometimes, not many tarot readers will say you never read for yourself, do you? Almost like it's something bad that you do if you read cards for yourself. I don't think it is. I think, you know, I've done plenty of different readings for myself because I love doing them. It's interesting, especially if I have a dream and I ask the cards, what did the dream mean? They'll give me an answer. They always do. I decided that I wanted to just try out a monthly reading on myself for April, and I got the Four of Swords. I'll tell you two of the cards I got for April for myself was the Four of Swords and the Tower. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, okay, something that has not revealed itself is revealing itself, or there is something that is lying dormant that suddenly erupts. So I remember, and I'm, you know, you're my clients, you're my peeps, you're my YouTube people, and I love you dearly, so I've got no problem sharing this story with you, Libra. So I remember a couple of weeks ago just not feeling too good within myself, women problems, as it were. Anyway, this week, as I said, I've been ill, and I had the worst female problems, if you see what I mean, this week. So it was almost like the Four of Swords was saying calm before the storm. An eruption, and it was an eruption of really bad period pains and stuff. I mean, I'm being honest with you because I am honest. Okay, so that's what it meant for me. And when I figured it out with those two cards, I realised Four of Swords is where it's the calm, but then the Tower erupts. So it's something that you weren't expecting. Everything's going hunky-dory with those Four of Swords. It's a time of silence. Four of Swords can also be where you're in bed, you're ill, you're not feeling well, and that's because of the Tower, the eruption. So for me, it was the Four of Swords, April, and it started bang on as I'd done the reading for myself. Bang on, it started April the 1st. I was in bed, I was ill. Was I at my nephew's on that? No, I wasn't. I came back, April the 1st was on the Friday, wasn't it? I've been ill virtually all week anyway, but it really was taking hold on April the 1st. I just got really, really sick with my period. So, it was, you know, and it was unlike other periods that I'd had. So I just really wasn't feeling good, which women go through. It's a normal thing for women. Cycles, we change as we get older, that type of thing. So Four of Swords was me being in bed, having to fight through getting the readings done because I was so ill. And the Tower was all the pain and discomfort I was experiencing with the period. So this is what I'm saying about these cards. It's the Tower is a card of eruptions, violent eruptions. It can be physical, mental, an external event that happens, Libra. But there's an event that happens with the Tower card in April that suggests you either want to abandon ship, which we see within the Six of Pentacles, because you're thinking, do I stay with this man, or do I just do something new? Do I go? I feel that you're jumping ship for some of you guys personally with these energies that are showing up so far, because the Fool seems to, but it's interesting as well with the Fool, because the Fool follows his bliss, but the dog behind the Fool says don't do it. It says warning sign, watch out. The dog I associate with being our negative thought processes, or either our intuition. I don't see this dog a lot of the time as being the companion to the Fool, but more in an energy, esoteric way saying, watch out. In a symbolic way, it's saying, watch out for something here. But the Fool ignores the dog and says, you know what, I'm kind of ignoring all the negativity or the fear that I have. The dog is the fear, as far as I'm concerned. He kind of ignores its fear. So for you guys, you could be ignoring your fear and saying, you know what, no, I'm just going to take a leap of faith because my intuition, and the Fool is the intuition, the dog is the fear, actually. That's what I mean to say. The Fool is the intuition and the dog is the fear. So I feel it's a strong intuition for you guys, which is why you've got the Hermit. Finding clarity in the month of April, Libra. The strongest part of you, and the Fool, the man on the card, is bigger than the dog. So the ratio of fear to risk taking is, or risk taking to fear is large. Okay, so we've got 90% I want to take a risk and 10% a little bit nervous. But you want to take it because you're facing the King of Pentacles. For some of you guys, it might be a relationship. It might be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person who you're looking towards, who you might be interested in. You might be jumping ship from the Tower. The Tower could be a relationship that maybe is falling apart. Maybe somebody is offering you something of substance. When we offer something of substance, it's strong, it's concrete, it's stable. So I feel that you're, if you look at the Seven of Pentacles, though you might have built up something stable there, the one pentacle, which is the Ace, still says, okay, but there is the chance of this new thing here. And you're being offered this new thing here as your general energy in the month of April. But you're indecisive. The sevens to me represent conflicting energies. Okay? They're indecision a lot of the time for me. Because you get the Seven of Cups, chaos. You've got options, but you don't really know what to go for. The Seven of Wands, people say it's a card about confidence, courage, and it is a card about confidence, courage, but you're still having to face adversity in that card. So your confidence and courage is something that you've had to build up with the Seven of Wands over a period of time, because that man's on unlevel footing. He's kind of like this. He's not stable. The sevens don't represent stability for me unless they're in an outcome position. Okay, a lot of the time. Seven of Pentacles in an outcome position can mean you get what you want. You finally get your reward. So if somebody came to me and said, I made an investment in this company 2 years ago. When is it coming through? When's the actual investment coming through? You get that Seven of Pentacles as an outcome. It says your investment's coming through real soon. That's how it works with the sevens. If they're in an outcome position, sometimes it means that you make the choice, or you get the investment, or you get what it is that you've been waiting for, or you've been kind of musing over. So I'm seeing that something of substance is being offered to you guys, and you want to take it because you're considering it, because you're refusing to put that last glimmer of hope with that seventh pentacle on the floor onto the bush that you've already built up. Now, what you've built up is in the Tower, but it's falling apart. And you recognize this in the Seven of Pentacles, because the Seven of Pentacles says, well, do I need to do anything to kind of, the Six of Pentacles as a card is about balance and adjustment and harmony. It's trying to create those things. It can be a card of a gift, receiving, giving, that type of thing. But the underlying ethos of the Six of Pentacles for me, because the Six of Pentacles, the pentacles are aligned in a very unequal manner, it means somebody receives and somebody doesn't receive. So it's the card of an equal balance. Okay, even though it should be balanced, it's only balanced in one person's mind and not in the other. So for some of you guys, you might feel that you've put so much into something, but you're not actually getting anything back. So you're wondering if you should invest any more time or any more of your energy into something. And this is why we see that the Tower is falling apart. Whatever it is that you have invested in potentially, it seems to be either from an internal point of view falling apart for you. It seems to have lost its gleam, lost its glimmer, lost its attractivity, and for some reason it's falling apart. And for some reason, as the Fool, you're looking to move forward. But the Dog in the Fool card is the, as far as I'm concerned, is the 10% or the 20% or whatever it is of fear that you have, that maybe this isn't the right thing to do. But 80-90% with the Fool says, I actually want to follow my intuition, and I want to follow my inner feeling on this situation, and that is that I want to move towards the King of Pentacles. So you look at the juxtaposition between the King of Pentacles and the Tower card. Look at these two cards together. One card falls apart, that's your Tower. One card is stable and secure, that's your King of Pentacles. So you make a strategical decision. It's all about strategy for you, and it's all about kind of intelligence. I feel that you make an intelligent decision to move towards the King of Pentacles. because the King of Pentacles is the card of success, and it is the card of security. You get this. Somebody says to me, what type of man will I meet? And I just happen to pull a card, and the King of Pentacles comes out. I know that this is a stable, a loyal, faithful man, potentially, okay? King of Pentacles doesn't give his heart away too much. All right, he doesn't. He doesn't. Because he wants to find the right person. Now, as an energy, as a person, the King of Pentacles would be potentially as a zodiac sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They're workers, they're planners. They're very methodical. So they don't give anything away too easily. They work towards what they have, and they are very detailed. In that way, he is the best of all the kings. Because he doesn't just rely on his emotions. He doesn't just rely on his thoughts. He doesn't just rely on his passions. But he also relies on the detail. The devil is in the detail for the King of Pentacles. So I feel that this might be something that you've heavily researched, and this is why we get the Hermit card. It's finding out. It's seeking that clarification. And it's finding it. And I feel that you do find it, even though there is fear there. And I feel it's a decision you have to make by yourself. Okay? I don't feel you can rely on anybody else for it. It's just for you, Libra. So I'm seeing that you actually reached this decision because you move towards the King of Pentacles and turn your back on the Tower. Now, underneath that Fool shows the Chariot. The Chariot is also a number 7 card, so it is representative of the 7 of Pentacles. But I feel that with the Chariot, this is about, because it's after the Fool, I feel that whatever this new thing is that you decide to do, it starts to take real form and real shape, because we've got the Chariot here, which moves forward. The Chariot says, I don't know really which direction to take. So I don't know whether to go in the way of the Black Sphinx or in the way of the White Sphinx. Or do I just move on? It's where you're torn two ways. And I do sense with the Tower that some of you guys might be feeling a real sense of being torn with something as well. Okay, because the Tower seeks to unravel something that we've buried deep down inside of us. It seeks to open something up. So there is a realisation that is opened up to you. And I feel that it might be very troubling for some of you guys, because maybe it's affecting other people. And we see this because we have the 5 of Cups and the 3 of Swords. I feel a decision that you make, you might fear affecting others, potentially. Could be a child involved, because we do have a Page of Wands here. But the Page of Wands, Libra, is also a card about some very good news. And again, it's a risk taker. And again, he faces the King of Pentacles. I have to look at the Fool and the Page of Wands, and they remind me of the same type of person, the risk taker. Okay? Both cards are kind of the same in terms of an energy. Because the Page of Wands will literally go for something. This is the type of person who likes to leap. Take that leap of faith. Take that chance. Take that risk. The only problem or only fallback with the Page of Wands is that sometimes it doesn't look into the detail enough. All right? So I'm seeing, along with that Fool as well, yeah, there's a risk that definitely you guys want to take, I feel. I feel that you do. You're comprehending it. You're looking at it with the 7 of Pentacles, and the Hermit shows that energy as well. But I feel that for some of you guys, it could be a love relationship, because the Tower says to me in terms of love, one is jumping from a sinking ship. One is jumping to escape a fire. And the Fool turns its back on the Tower. So it's rushing out of the Tower. It's following its bliss. It's not staying with the norm. It's not staying with the way that things should be. But it's saying, this is a sinking ship. This is something that I'm not willing to invest any more time in. I'm going to follow what I feel is the right path for me. And you follow the path to the King of Pentacles. So you're looking to walk towards the winner's journey. You're looking to take the winner's path. Right? And we sense that with the Page of Wands as well. Both cards face that King of Pentacles. Both cards are looking for success. They're looking for abundance. They're looking for security and stability. And the Tower does not shout out stability. It shouts out instability. That's what your Tower card is. But it needs to fall in order for you to rebuild. Now, the 5 of Cups energy, for some of you guys, there is a sacrifice that you might need to make, because the 5 of Cups shouts loss. 3 of Swords can mean heartbreak as well. Separation. So I am sensing that there is some separation here in a relationship for some of you guys. But I feel literally that you guys have had enough of something here. Literally had enough. literally like, you know what, this is something that's falling apart. It doesn't have a strong foundation. And this is what I'm saying with the Seven of Pentacles. Sometimes there's an energy for me when I look at that Seven of Pentacles, it's about self-evaluation. So I feel that there is a real evaluation of a situation. Okay, I feel that something of more substance, honor, honesty, groundedness, potential is being offered to you. And you're looking at this potential and you're saying to yourself, I really want to follow this path of potential rather than have to kind of work through and make adjustments and, you know, all of this type of stuff with this thing that I already have. Because to me, it just doesn't feel like it's worth it anymore. This is what this card's suggesting to me, Libra, in the month of April. The final card that we're seeing here is the Devil, which is interesting as a card. The Devil is interesting because it can mean so many things. It can have negative connotations and also very positive ones. The Devil is about where we fear letting go sometimes. It's a fear to stand up for what is true. Sometimes it's a card of having ultimate control. Okay, I feel that you're going to be regaining control with the Devil card. I know that sounds a bit weird, but I'm just looking at it in line with the other with the readings. And the Devil suggests to me a regaining of some form of control. Okay, a regaining of if it's money, it could be the regaining of status in terms of that. All right, the Devil is a very complicated card a lot of the time because its energy can be deemed to be very, very negative. It's where somebody has control over us. It's where we're seeking perhaps to have control over others. It can also mean something that is quite tempting that we move towards. And I'm noticing with the Chariot and the Devil, they're both can you see the imagery on those cards? They show the same thing. They show where one person is in control of two others. One is a Cancer energy and one is Capricorn. All right. Shows a man, two men here who are in control of two things. Okay. The Devil seeks to, and the Devil as a card is number 15 in the Major Arcana. If I reduce that down, it turns to number 6, which again suggests some form of adjustment that needs to be made. It's identifying with what your passions are and what your truth is, which is why it's so difficult sometimes for people when they have this, for example, in an outcome in a love reading that shows, you know, if I see the Devil as an outcome of a love reading, it shows a bond, but sometimes it can be a bond that's quite unhealthy. So sometimes this card can be saying that you need to make an adjustment in what you see to be true or what you see to be false. Same thing with the Chariot being pulled both ways. Okay. I feel that within the month of April, there is an opportunity of substance that comes to you. You want to take that opportunity up, Libra. Okay. You're seeing wherever you are at the moment, there may be some changes or adjustments or differences that might need to be made to make something work. I feel for some of you guys, you may have had enough because it's a sinking ship, because there's potentially nothing left. There's potentially this thing is really crumbling down and you need a change of perhaps location. You perhaps need a change of scene, a change of job, a change of relationship. It might be somebody new that you're walking towards with the King of Pentacles. Okay, I see you as being the person on the Fool card. Okay, I feel that's a very significant card here because it's showing an event where somebody is walking out of a situation that is no good. So you're using your intuition and what you know to be right for you to move forward. And I feel that you're walking towards success with the King of Pentacles, okay? The Page of Wands also says it. So perhaps for some of you guys, it might be another person who joins you. It might be somebody that you're quite bonded to. Or these are just two different parts of your own energy. But it seems to me that you're walking towards the money. Your money is on this King of Pentacles. You've got your hopes invested in this thing that promises some form of security. Because the Ace of Pentacles, though it doesn't always promise security, it has the potential of it. It's the seeds of something quite permanent that's coming into your existence, Libra. So I feel that you're walking towards that, okay? And I feel that you are intuitively and passionately led. I feel that you're going to be following your bliss. The Tower says, whatever it is that I have built up here doesn't really have a foundation. It doesn't have something I can build on, which is why you're looking at the Seven of Pentacles. Can I really build on this, or should I just take the new opportunity? And I feel that you take the new opportunity. I feel with the Chariot card, you're going to be moving forward with this, okay, or seeking to, okay? You could also be feeling still conflicted emotions because you still might be bound to something with that Devil card as well. The Devil card seeks to keep us where we are a lot of the time as well, rather than to release us. So there might be something that you're still very much on a very base level attached to, and that might be a difficulty for you because there might be sacrifices that you've got to make with that Five of Cups and with the Three of Swords, Libra. All right, I'm seeing sacrifices that have to be made here, and there could be some heartache when you do it. So in a relationship, it might be where you're looking to walk away from a current partner. Maybe with the Tower card and the Devil, this might be an abusive relationship for some of you guys, because the Devil along with the Tower can be an abusive relationship potentially. It's something that needs to be released. The Tower is the release. The Devil is holding on. Something that we're bonded to. But it could be literally that with those three cards, the Fool, walking out of the Tower and the Devil underneath. Maybe you're leaving something where it is. Maybe you're leaving a bond where it should be, behind you rather than in front. So I'm seeing some of you guys maybe walking out of a relationship that was no good. Could be with a Capricorn male potentially. Could even be with the Chariot, but I see the Chariot who would be a Cancerian. But I see with the Chariot, this is where you know, you might have been pulled both ways. But I feel that you're looking to move forward, and I feel with the Devil card and that Tower, you're walking away from a very destructive, perhaps very unhealthy relationship. If this is to do with love, yes, Three of Swords shows pain. Five of Cups shows sacrifice and shows having to give something up and sadness around it. But I feel it's for the greater good. Okay, the Hermit says that you find the clarity that you seek as the advice card. So it's a very good reading. There is the relinquishing, I feel, of a situation that doesn't really have a foundation for some of you guys in the month of April 2016. And I feel that you're looking either to walk to somebody else or you're looking to walk to something that is far more secure and more stable. Also with that King of Pentacles, it can be something to do with housing. It can be something to do with property, and the Ace of Pentacles can also indicate some form of housing or a new house or new keys that are being offered or something like that. But I feel that for some of you guys in the main, you're not looking to remain with something that doesn't give you happiness anymore. When we look at the Fool follows his bliss. The bliss is not in the Tower. The Tower is falling apart, so it's looking to jump ship and follow its own happiness. And your happiness is with the King of Pentacles, whether this be a person, whether it be a job, whether it be a new home. It is with something else or somebody else or another energy. But you are looking to move forward. There's some travel inferred for some of you guys. The Fool, it's a travel card, and so is the Chariot. Page of Wands can also be travel too. So there's some travel that's happening for some of you guys here. There might be some surprises in terms of a new project with that Fool and the Tower card. For some of you guys, you might literally still be attached with a relationship. It could infer 3 people, which is why I'm seeing the Three of Swords. The Chariot can mean somebody who has control over 2 others, and so can the Devil. So all 3 cards together, Three of Swords, 3 instruments on that card, the Chariot, 3 people or 3 objects, and the Devil, 3 objects on there as well, and the Tower, 3 objects. Okay, so I'm seeing for some of you guys, it could be a love triangle. You make a choice over whether you want to stay in a relationship, probably one that is destructive, difficult with the Tower and the Devil card, but you're wondering, you know, if we're going to stay together, what kind of sacrifices or adjustments, or what do I need to do to improve this? Okay, because the Seven of Pentacles is not only a card of self-evaluation, it's a card of looking at the improvements that we can make in our lives. So for some of you guys, you might literally be thinking, what do I need to do to improve on this relationship? And it might be just that there is far too much effort that one has to put into this to get it in the place that you need it to get it in. So maybe you're looking for the easier option with somebody who offers you far more security and happiness. Love triangles as well. So this is why I'm seeing potentially one person and two others, and you're the person that perhaps has to make that decision. Or maybe it's somebody else who's had to make a decision on you and someone else. But I see that they choose to go for potentially a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn individual, or you might choose to go for that as well. All right, that's your reading, Libra, for the month of April 2016. I'd like to say thank you very, very much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I'll speak with you guys soon. Take care.